Everyone, this is Nunu. I wanted to share my story with you guys. I am a cult survivor. I'm still trying to get used to saying that. Um, I've decided to start making videos about my experience and my life and what it was like to be brought up in a cult. I am not here to bash anybody in particular or talk badly about anyone's faiths or beliefs. This is just simply about my experiences. Everything that I'll talk about will have to do with the things that I've gone through, things that I've survived. And being brought up in a cult is it is very different than being brought up in any other religion. And I can honestly say I know that because before my family joined this cult, we were in several other religions. Plainly put, my mother was a young single mother, and her religion, well, our religion, seemed to change with every boyfriend she had. And that's okay, that's fine. But the one person that decided to propose to her, the one she married, happened to be in this cult. Therefore, we joined the cult. And it was hard to accept at first, even at the tender age of 8 years old, because I was very confused why there were so many sudden changes, so many restrictions, things that I'll get into in other videos. But basically, I'm going to just have this video be about why I left this cult. There are so many reasons. It's kind of like when you are in an abusive relationship, you don't start off just simply with a beating or even killing someone. It's a buildup. It may start with verbal abuse. It may start with psychological abuse, things like gaslighting. And then eventually the harder, heavier things that begin to threaten your life start. So this is kind of what it was like being brought up in this cult, and you see the signs, you feel when things are wrong, but you're being told that this is normal. This is how your life will be saved. And basically, you become spiritually abused. And what I mean by spiritual abuse is when someone uses your faith and the word of God or whatever you believe against you to do what they want you to do. A lot of people get spirituality mixed up with religion. Religion, to me, is your place of worship. It is your mantra. It is what you're loyal to, kind of like an organization, a cult. Your spirituality has to do with you, your higher self, and your own personal relationship with your higher being. Something that no one else, no individual, no group, organization, or religion has any business tampering with, even if it's to get you to do what they want you to do, or even if they genuinely believe that what they're telling you to do with your own spirituality is actually going to save you from something. So I left after all these years. I left this cult. I am newly out. And I'm not going to name the cult just yet because, again, this video isn't really about the cult. Really, it's about me and my experiences and why I left. So I can't give you a simple one sentence answer about why I left the cult. But when I think about the signs, things that I noticed from the beginning about how I knew that something wasn't right, I noticed certain things that kept me wondering, that never left my mind, like why I was separated from my family who weren't involved in this cult. Why I saw certain people being isolated because they either made a mistake or they did something that was against the religion and I wasn't allowed to talk to them. It could be called excommunication, deleting, disfellowshipping, whatever they call it. It's called many different things in different religions and cults. And my family, we were new to the organization. And remember, I mentioned my mother started dating a guy who was in this religion while she was not yet baptized. And this person was baptized, the one that she started dating. And he was one of the shunned, one of the excommunicated at the time he married my mother. I later come to find out that this person targeted my family. He targeted my mother, a single woman with young children. Years to follow, I learned why we were targeted. In my next few videos, I will share with you my experiences with abuse, the cult, within the cult, and within my family. Things that were condoned, that are totally illegal. And I will talk about how my family truly suffered. And eventually this cult broke my family completely apart. Our family is what I would describe irretrievably broken. So yes, I left because there are just so many things that are wrong, and I will get into those things. It took a lot of courage. It was not easy. It was one of the hardest things to actually go to my family and tell them that I could no longer be a part of an organization that condones child abuse, especially having gone through what me and my family went through. And again, I'll talk to you about that targeting because it was one of the most wicked, hurtful things I could ever come to realize, especially being brought up with people that I learned to trust. I learned to trust them at a very young age. And it wasn't, even though I was being told it was love, it was not love. It was sinister. It was something selfish and not right. So I'll talk to you guys about that in another video. I'll tell you what the breaking point was for me in the next video. Again, there was a lot of buildup. You know, it's not just one thing. Again, I bring up the abusive relationship. Some people just don't see the signs at first. You know something's wrong, but then there's a buildup, a swell. And even then, when you realize that something's wrong, it's not so easy to just walk away from. I realized something was wrong about 7 years ago, and it took those 7 years to be able to leave. Yep, that's how long it took for me to leave once I've started to see that this was wrong. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.